Alright you guys, so this is a test. We're testing the lighting. We are trying to see what the background behind us looks like. We are trying to see what this space looks like. And action. What is good, everybody? It is your girl Net, and we are back with another video. So if you are new to my channel, thank you for clicking on this video to watch it. Please click like, share, and most importantly, hit subscribe. Also, make sure that you hit the bell notification so that you will be notified whenever I post a video. And if you are already subscribed to my channel and watch my videos, thank you for continuing to be a part of the family. Thank you for all of the love and the support. Thank you for watching the videos. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright you guys, so there are some things that I did want to talk to you guys about today, and they are knowing when to let go of a toxic relationship, y'all. And most of the time, these are relationships that we unfortunately stay in for the longest, knowing that we should have left a long time ago, until we're put in a situation where we're forced to leave because we have no other choice, because the situation has gotten too bad to even stay. And most of the time, that is because you do not stop the behaviors when they happen. So whenever you do not stop, address, or identify a situation when it happens, it tends to get worse. And then that person tends to feel as if you didn't say nothing about it then. Why are you having anything to say about it now? So make sure, like, if you find yourself being in this situation where somebody is doing something that you do not agree with, somebody is doing something that offends you, somebody is doing something that violates you, address that when it happens. Because if you do not, that person will think, okay, it's okay for me to do this, it's okay for me to run over this person, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter because you ain't saying nothing about it then. I don't want to hear anything about it now. And that goes back to what I said at first. If you don't address it then, it gets to a point where it is too much to handle and you have no choice but to leave, because the situation is causing you more hurt and harm than it is good. So I had a few things listed right here. I don't have my handy dandy notebook, but I have the handy dandy phone. So I have a few things listed here on the phone as a guide to kind of help me stay on track, because sometimes, you know, I may have a few brain farts. I might get off topic, you know, so this right here kind of helps me stay on track with my thoughts. So one thing that I know for sure about being in a toxic relationship is the person will often blame you or deflect, okay? So that's just, you know, you telling them, hey, you know, this made me feel this type of way, and it's like, oh, well, I ain't had nothing to do with that. You felt how you felt because that's how you felt, you know what I'm saying? Instead of the person saying, oh, well, I'm sorry, I didn't know that this made you feel like that, you know, I'll make sure not to do this again. If I do, please make sure that you let me know. All right, y'all, so let me tell you another big one that lets you know that this situation is toxic and it is definitely time for you to let it go, is when somebody is gaslighting you. So what exactly is gaslighting? So that is when somebody is purposefully manipulating your mindset, you know, kind of making you think that you're crazy, or, you know, like, I'll give you guys a perfect example. I was dating this guy. We were getting ready to go out to get something. We were getting ready to go out to get lunch. That's what I was about to say, breakfast. But we were getting ready to go out to get lunch. And, you know, that night before was pretty heated. You know, we had an argument, and the night ended up being very distant and very much so uncomfortable, to the point where, like, I just slept in one position that entire night because I was just so uncomfortable. I was no longer feeling the mood or the vibe, and I was definitely ready to go home. But anyway, it carried on over into the next day. He got up, you know, that morning after getting dressed, went outside. So I'm guessing wherever he sat outside, he must have sat in some gum, y'all. So once he comes back in and I'm done getting myself together and he turns around, I say, hey, you got some gum stuck on the back of your pants. And y'all, he flipped the F out and was like, that was that gum that you spit out last night. And I was like, bro, I didn't spit no gum out last night because for one, I was not even chewing gum last night. So where could the gum have come from? Because it didn't come from me. Obviously, you sat down somewhere outside. Y'all, this boy was so adamant that this gum was some gum that I spit out and somehow landed in the car or wherever he sat. And I literally, me knowing that I was not chewing no gum and me knowing that I did not spit any gum out anywhere, I was like, dang, did I spit some gum out? You know, like, that is gaslighting. And when they're doing that, they know what they're doing when they're doing it. But don't stay in those situations, y'all. Like, you have to know when to let go. And then the perfect time to let go definitely is when, like I said, if it's too much for you to handle. If you address the situation and that person has not made the necessary corrections, you know, to make things more comfortable for you, and you know, vice versa, you making things comfortable for them, then you know, it's time to go. It's time to leave it alone, and you know, let it be. You can't fix something alone, y'all, if the other person is not wanting to fix it. Like, it can't be, you know, 80-20, 60-40, 70-30. Like, it has to be 50-50, y'all, okay? A lot of times, you know, I have seen people in relationships, and I'm not excluding myself, that stay in situations, like I said earlier, that should have ended a long time ago. And most of the times we end up staying in these situations due to familiarity. You know, like, I already know this person. I don't want to have to take out the time to get to know anybody else. And that's when you know you've become comfortable in that situation. And sometimes you have to be, y'all ever heard people say, like, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable? When it comes to your sanity, your health, you know, like, sometimes those are the things that you have to do. And I want to say this goes back to a previous video where I talked about knowing your worth, not settling for anything. Because the way that a person sees that you treat yourself, they know the love that you have for yourself. The things that you let people get away with, that lets them know, okay, she doesn't love and value herself as much. And if somebody sees you loving and valuing yourself 100%, they are going to do that because they know that you are not going to accept anything less than that. Another thing, y'all, that I hate to see is a woman chasing behind, not even a woman, a man or a woman, because I don't want this information to be limited to just, you know, to women, but this is vice versa. So I'm not saying this to say that women don't do some of the things that we all say that men do as well, because we know that it's true. But I can't stand it when I see somebody chasing behind somebody that does not want them. And sometimes that puts you in a situation to kind of be taken advantage of, and that's a situation that you do not want to be in. That's when a person like, okay, well, I know they're crazy about me, I can make this person my fool. And one thing a person, a woman or a man, is not going to ever let go is their fool, because I know I can come back whenever I want to. I can do whatever I want to. You know, they might get mad, they might get hurt, but I ain't gotta do nothing but go and apologize, bring them a gift, you know, make it sound a little sweet, make it seem a little sincere, and they're gonna let me back. Like, you can't let people constantly run over you, you guys. Like, I cannot stress this enough. And like, for myself personally, I take absolutely nothing off of nobody. I've had my share of being nice. I have my share of giving people the benefit of the doubt. I've had my share of being ran over. You know, so it gets to a point where you're like, okay, you know what? I'm tired of being in this situation, and I have to choose me over everything and everybody else. And guys, choosing you does not mean that you are selfish. Her name is Eartha Kitt. If I can find that video, y'all, like, I'll put that little clip in here somewhere. But you know, I think a guy that was interviewing her asked her, what was it? He asked her something about compromising and her being with somebody. And, you know, she was kind of saying, like, when it comes to myself, when it comes to me, when it comes to my worth and my value, what is there to compromise? There was absolutely nothing to compromise.
But are you willing to compromise within a relationship?
To compromise? What is compromising? Compromising for what? Compromising for what reason? To compromise for what? To compromise. What is compromise?
If a man came into your life, wouldn't you want to compromise?
And I said this to y'all in a previous video. You never compromise your standards. You never compromise your value or your worth. And those are things that should be 100% non-negotiable. And I'm going to tell you this. Because if a woman or a man, if they feel like they can break you, she said she's not going to have sex the first night. He said he's not going to have sex the first night. I bet I still get some. And that be the one standard that you bend. I kid you not. They're going to try to see what other standards can they get you to negotiate and compromise. And then most of the time, y'all, we do these things. We compromise our standards. We compromise our values and our self-worth. And we feel crappy at the end of it. And we wish we wouldn't have done it. And that goes back to not putting yourself in a situation to be vulnerable or to be taken advantage of, okay? So, who was that? It was a movie. I can't think of it, y'all, but he's like, protect yourself at all times. I'm gonna have to find it. I feel so lame saying it, so I'm gonna have to find it so I can put it up in here. So I won't feel me looking lame. Protect yourself at all times.
Can you protect yourself at all times? Yes.
Lottery ticket, Ice Cube, when he was Mr. Somebody on lottery ticket, when he was telling Bow Wow to protect yourself at all times. There it is. I figured it was gonna come to me the more I said it. Anyway, yeah, that's what I want you guys to do, is to protect yourself at all times. And make sure that when you are dating people, like, you are thoroughly getting all of the information that you need to get or that you need to know about this person before you fully commit to being with them, y'all. Because I kid you not, like, when you're in the dating phase, and I feel like I'm all over the place, I put my phone down, but we just about to flow, y'all. But y'all, so when it comes to dating, like, one thing I have discovered, not only about myself but others as well, like, I'm older now so I know better, but when you are dating, that does not mean that I just have to sit here and consistently date and talk to this one person. Now, if that is a mutual agreement, that is 100% okay. If you all have put out on the table up front, hey, you know, I know we're dating, but I'm looking to be in a relationship with somebody after I've thoroughly gotten to know them. I'm looking to be married. And, you know, from then on, you know, progress to have a family, whatever steps that you guys feel is necessary for you to take after you guys have thoroughly met each other. Put that up front, you know what I'm saying? So that right there eliminates somebody being right there to waste your freaking time. And if don't nothing make me mad, it's somebody wasting my time. And I'm sure it makes y'all mad too, because time is one of those things that you can't get back. But also, it's one of those things that you can't regret, because if you don't go through it, you can't learn from it. So, you know. But you can't just sit there and fully commit yourself to one person and put all of your eggs in one basket, because I kid you not, they're not doing the same. And that's just the God honest and the ugly truth. Like, they're 9 times out of 10 not doing the same. And you know, you can't blame them and they can't blame you, because you guys are single, you're dating, you're figuring it out. But don't put yourself in a situation to be taken advantage of. And like I said, if it's a situation that you see from head on and you see the red flags and you see that it needs to be let go, let it go. Another thing, y'all, that lets you know like this situation is toxic, you know, I need to let it go, I don't need to be talking to this person, is if they are inconsistent. I don't just say inconsistent in communicating with you, but inconsistent in every aspect of their lives. Because to me that says you can't be consistent in every aspect of your life. To me that says that you're a quitter. And I know that you're not going to be consistent with me, because you can't be consistent and keep up with any and everything else, right? So these are things like that you have to sit there, you know, and observe when you're dating somebody. Another thing is a person that is rationalizing when they know they need to let it go. Hey Nick, what do you mean by rationalizing? Well, let me tell you. So you have a situation where, you know, you have these people, they're in a relationship or they're dating, and let's see, they, you know, somebody cheats on somebody, and the person that's being cheated on is like, well, they cheated on me, but they're still a nice person, you know, they still treat me right. Don't rationalize. Sometimes you have to call a thing and a spade, baby. If they cheated, and if you know that is a non-negotiable for you, then let it go. And for starters, like, cheating is one of those things, like, especially in this day and age, that should not be tolerated. Like, I wouldn't even say this day and age, but shouldn't be tolerated, period, on any level, because it is too many things out here to be trying to go out and cheat on somebody and then trying to come back to me. Like, that's not going to work. Like, once you do that, you have to hit the door. Because my thing is, like, if you did it one time, that's probably not the first time you've done it. You just got caught. Say what you want to say, but that's how I feel about it. If you've done it one time and then you feel like you can get away with it one time, y'all know how it goes. If anybody feels as if they can do something and they can get it, I can get away with it one time, I can do it a little bit more. That's when you end up being greedy and you go back and you do it too much, and then you get caught, and then you end up losing what you don't want to lose, but you shouldn't have did the action that contributed to you losing what you didn't want to lose in the first place. But you guys, that is that on that. I don't want to keep you guys long, because I felt like I really got off topic and I rambled on, and I don't want to hold you guys too long. But I will come back with a part 2 if you guys want me to, and please identify what you specifically want me to touch on out of the things that I just talked about to you guys. So we're going to end it right here. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and listen, y'all, listen. I want to apologize for being so absent. Like, life has happened for me, and I didn't forget about you guys, but like, I had to have some time to myself. I had to recuperate and regroup, and I had to go on a journey to rediscover me. Okay, and that is something that is necessary, and I feel like it is also necessary for you guys. If you feel like you need to take that time out for yourself, do that. Don't feel guilty for it, okay? But listen, I'm here for y'all. Like, share, comment in the video. I'll link the camera that I'm using also in the description box. I'll link the ring light that I'm using in the description box. I will link this backdrop stand behind me that I'm using in the description box. And if you guys are interested, click on it, check it out, look at it, see how much it is. Most of the time, if there is a link that I'm probably linking in the video, 9 times out of 10, it is an affiliate link, and I will get a small commission from those affiliate links if anybody purchases things that are linked in the video. However, this is at no additional cost to you. So I want you guys to know that upfront. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know if you want me to do any more videos, and I will make it my business to not be gone so long. Don't kill me for it, okay? Bye.